So while we've spoken about the powertrain and the connectivity, the core riding pleasure is also built in how the mechanical systems come together. And that is where I'm going to talk about braking first. With front and rear disc brakes and ABS functionality, this bike will give you the braking power to stop and stop all the torque that's coming out of the motor. And that was very essential for us because we wanted something that is fast, nimble, but something that can also be kept under control at all times. This has been made on a dual cradle frame. The product's been made on a dual cradle frame where the intent to lower the CG because of the position of the battery pack has been made. This vehicle handles like I've never seen anything before. It is grounded. I mean, there's no way you're going to be struggling to manage either the weight or the handling overall of the torque on this vehicle. The dual cradle frame truly allows us to do that. We have a storage compartment where traditionally the fuel tank is built. This is essentially allowing you to put in gloves, wallets, mobile phones because you don't need them anymore in your pocket. You could potentially charge them with the 5-amp USB available inside the glove compartment. But more than not, for us, the need for the glove compartment was to put in that simple end connection cable. Because the product has an onboard charger, all you need is a cable which connects two ends. And a cable which connects two ends to a 5-amp plug. This vehicle charges off a regular 5-amp socket. You can call it your bedside socket, but this is what the vehicle can charge off from. It does not need a lot of infrastructure. There's no need. This infrastructure is available everywhere. Let me kind of quickly show you the other features that are there on the vehicle over and above what I've spoken about. So talking about a few elements on design, the headlamp, which is generally considered the face of a motorcycle, we've reimagined and redesigned it in a way that is so unique, it's unforgettable. And for us, this does not stop just with the headlamp. We've even relooked how the tail lamp comes to be. The smallest details in terms of aesthetics have been accounted for, including how you're also going to be able to see if your motor is spinning when you're driving. Coming to key highlights on the indicator, we have full body indicators at the front, which are allowing you to have maximum visibility in terms of illuminance. So here, I'm going to ask for an overall summary of the specs for the bike and some information to show for that. So these are the key specs of the motorcycle. So with the kind of powertrain that we have, the kind of torque that is being delivered, the control back to the consumer, the connected experiences and the design language that this vehicle embodies, we are truly presenting the future of riding today and the experiences that matter. I would like to do a last short video on summing this all together and showing you what it would mean for a consumer to come in and ride the vehicle.
We will be starting the future soon. Goodness, I'm so excited to be here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this incredible day. It's very, very exciting, and I'm excited, and I feel like I should be a biker now. I'm dressed and ready. Thank you, Mata. Okay, so I'm Anusha Dandekar, your host for this wonderful afternoon, and I'd like to welcome you all to the future. And if you're wondering what it is, gear up as well, because we are all set for a new journey. Here we go.
Welcome to a future that is green. A future that is connected. A future that is clean. A future that you've never imagined. A future that is beautiful. A future that matters.
Oh my goodness. Come on, a round of applause. We don't even know. It's getting exciting. All right. Well, I just want to say how good the future looks as we work to create it. Some of us believe in making it and building it with a purpose. And today it's happening here in India for the whole world, and it makes my heart so happy. Join me to meet the Matter people who are building that beautiful future with much compassion and tech innovation. On this note, let me call Mohal, the founder of this humongous belief, to the stage. Come on, huge round of applause. Yes.
Hi.
So happy to have you here.
I strongly believe that we Indians are best suited to solve our own problems, and there is significant demand for unapologetic products. And through technology and innovation, Matter is here to deliver.
I believe that the Indian customer is now ready to look at products which create value for them. I believe that what is important for the customer is a whole package of a sustainable solution than only a product which he has been using for a while.
I believe in making dreams a reality, and I also believe in technology is the way to do it. While there are no boundaries to technology, there is also no boundaries for where technology can come from. Technologies matter, yes, but customers are more important when it comes to appreciating the technology. Hence, customer-centric technology development is the key.
I believe that design inspires people. I believe that design can make products intuitive. I believe that design is powerful, and I believe that design should be accessible because it matters.
Amazing. Okay, well, that's really cool. Thank you. So I'll get to that question in a bit.
Yep.
But welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
And this is a super exciting day.
Oh, it is.
It's amazing.
This day has been 4 years in the making, and we've had our fair share of ups and downs, and
Yep.
I can't be more excited to show the world what we have here today.
So, I know you must be feeling super upbeat today because I just want to know when reality of this revolution began.
So the reality of this revolution began late 2018, and that was a time when we four founders got together, had early day conversations. And for us, the core thing was that the world was moving towards electric. And India, being a two-wheeler country, was seriously not seeing penetration numbers at all.
Yeah.
And we said there has to be something that has to be done to change this. And that's where the four of us started with this vision to really accelerate India to an electric future.
Yes, so I have to tell you, I was speaking to Mahal backstage, and I've gotten to know more and more, and that's why I'm so excited, like genuinely so excited, and I'm so excited for everybody in the audience to find out more. So we just saw the company's founders all together on the screen. How did you all come together and decide to work together?
So the four of us come in from very different backgrounds, but and we had a common vision. But it's the complementarity of us all that really puts it together, because a product which is not been designed right from a technology standpoint is not going to work with the consumer.
Of course.
A product that doesn't have the empathy, I mean, if the consumer is not at the core of our mind, the product is not going to work in today's day and age.
100%.
And for us, that is the reason why different backgrounds, different experiences really coming together has allowed us to be here 4 years later.
Yeah, I think heart and technology have to come together.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
So I'm glad that all of you have that. Well, we can't wait to hear about the journey. But for now, the stage is all of yours. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. So for us, this journey started back in 2018, coming into 2019, where Matter was just an idea. But that idea was founded on the core principles of electrification, moving forward, moving into a world which is green, which is clean. And for us, the simple feedback that we were getting from people around on why they were not really taking in electric vehicles was they don't deliver performance, reliability was an issue. Conversations were always about the product and not truly the technology or what it can offer. So we then asked ourselves a question that what makes a true motorcycle? And this is the time we realized that its performance, safety, security, reliability, all of these things need to be truly packaged into a unit. And to do this, what's the next evolutionary step? And that is the time when we decided to go into complete vertical integration. So this is the time when we decided that every single piece of tech that makes a motorcycle electric vis-a-vis their internal combustion counterparts, we will be building those ourselves. This allows us to have complete control over how the product is performing, and this enables us to offer features and specs which are generally not available from standard components in the market. We then moved into building a team, and I strongly believe that India is best suited to solve our own problems, and we do have the right talent available in India to build products for India. And that is where we've set out on a journey where we've had the best minds from India put together under one roof. And that was really the starting foundation on which 2019 went. Coming into 2020, COVID really hit us hard, like it hit everyone. But it was, again, the team and the passion put behind the vision that got us through COVID. We were working from home. We were testing things remotely. Things were not as easy as we would have wanted them to be. But right after COVID is when we were able to create our first prototypes. This was the summer of 2020. During the summer of 2020, when we started testing these vehicles out, is where we realized that there's a fundamental issue in India that we are a hot country. Technologies which work with, technologies that work in colder countries might not be readily portable into India. And at this point in time, we decided to introduce liquid cooling technology. This technology doesn't just work for hot or cold conditions. It takes care of different altitudes, different humidity conditions. It was the one-stop shop for us in terms of providing reliability to the product. Coming into 2021, we were able to evolve these products into mature prototypes, and in 2021 is when the true testing of this system as a whole began. Mature prototypes were running through most of the year and were supported in full detail with a state-of-the-art R&D facility. Because when you make your motors, you make your batteries, you make your electronics, you need to kind of test it all out before it goes onto the vehicle. Coming into 2022, we move into continuing testing, and towards the end of 2021, early 2022 is when we were confident enough of starting productionization of the product. And that is when our team grew. We reached a team of over 300 people. And core engineering strength, testing, and validation was what was now essential to find those last minute details which could get messed up, not knowing. I mean, lab conditions work perfect for everything, but we really needed on-ground, on-field data to help support the validation exercise. And then in the second half of this year is when we started setting up our manufacturing facility, getting into collaborations for the dealer networks, the financing. All these partnerships and collaborations have started, and they are reaching a logical conclusion. And today I stand before you ready for launch. I would like to kind of show you a short video on what our dreams and visions are.
When it comes to motorbikes, everything is a copy of a copy of a copy. Nobody dares to break the rules. Nobody. Until now. We decided to go our way. We didn't want to make an EV bike that was just another improvisation out of an ICE bike, but an invention in itself. An EV bike with gears. When everyone said it's impossible, we shifted the gears of paradigm. We remained solid in our resolve to make our own liquid cooling technology and nothing else. We challenged the engineering paradoxes and raced away from this herd mentality that fast bikes cannot be economical. Who says a sensible bike cannot be a fun ride? We burnt the midnight oil to make oil a thing of the past. But more than most, we kept asking ourselves, why can't we Indians make a motorbike of the future right here, right now? Introducing Matter, the 22nd century motorbike.
So when it comes to motorcycling, anything without a gearbox did not make sense to us. We really needed to give back that control to the user. Without control, it looked and felt like somewhat a scooter. Motorcycling is all about that control. Motorcycling is all about the ride feel. Motorcycle is all about an emotion. And to bring that back with an electric is the painstaking work we have done over the last 4 years. And today, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Matter Drive. This is an electric machine which has been built with the sole idea of delivering that performance. If you have anything which is different other than this, you will not be able to kind of get the ride feel that you're looking for. That is where Matter Drive was built with state-of-the-art technologies in terms of the configuration of the rotor, the stator. We've gone into details to make sure it is as reliable as anything else available on the planet, because the engine per se, the motor here, is at the heart of every riding experience. This is not something that can ever go through degradation. It is not something that's allowed to fail. And that is where we kind of went ahead and did liquid cooling on the motor as well. We are cooling both the stator and the rotor, and significant innovation had to be done in miniaturizing this technology to fit onto a motorcycle. Going next, I introduced to you the Matter Hypershift manual transmission gearbox. This is a gearbox that has been built to spec to work with electric machines. Not any gearbox can be picked up and plugged to a motor. The torque levels that come in from the get-go, that flat torque feel, is something that has to be handled and taken into account carefully. So overall, we are providing 10.5 kilowatt power coupled with a 4-speed hypershift manual gearbox. This delivers 520 Newton meters of torque at the wheel, which is crazy fast when it comes to riding. And with ride modes and inbuilt liquid cooling, this is going to be the most reliable electric powertrain that you can find in the market today. Going next from how the power is consumed, I would like to kind of move into how the energy is stored. This is where we've gone through a lot of engineering and design changes, upgrades over the years to integrate the battery management system, and the power electronics, all of it in one integrated package. This package takes into consideration thermal, mechanical, structural, and safety requirements overall. This package was being built together to kind of add to the structural effort of the vehicle. It has also been designed to make everything very compact and neat. Talking about the brains of the battery, the Super Smart BMS is allowing you to do significantly advanced functions on the battery side itself. This is the master and commander of the entire liquid cooling technology. The BMS is sophisticated enough to give you state of charge, health, power, and a lot more information about the state of your battery to you when you need it. And this is a system that's really, really going to be in charge of making sure your batteries are going to get you through any weather at any point in time. Talking about the overall integrated thermal management system, everything that releases heat on the bike, be it power electronics, be it batteries, be it motors, everything requires care. It's not that is it possible to do it without the liquid cooling? Yes, but for the performance that we want to deliver, the experience we want to give, the reliability that we want to have on the product, this is the core beating heart of that technology. Overall, the power pack comes with a standard 5 kilowatt hour capacity, coupled with a super smart BMS and inbuilt liquid cooling. is going to deliver 125 to 150 kilometers of range that truly matters. Let me show you a short video of how this power delivery system is going to perform on the vehicle. So while we've spoken about how you're going to get from point A to point B, in life, connections truly matter. And for us, a vehicle that's not really connected to you didn't make sense. It just did not. So at this point in time, we decided to provide state-of-the-art communication technology at the touch of your fingertips. This is a device that's going to allow the vehicle to connect to you and provide information to you when absolutely necessary. The UI here has been redesigned to take into account all riding conditions and provide the best visibility when required. The biggest challenges when people face, you would have to take your phone out when riding just for 3 things. First one, navigating to a location. We've solved that by integrating navigation onto the dashboard in a way that's easily accessible, easily legible, and something that's quite intuitive to use. The second part of this problem is what happens when you get a phone call? You have one way of being anxious about not knowing who's calling. It could be a loved one, or it could be a spam caller. Now that we've introduced getting the call on the phone, the next step is, how do you inform somebody that you're truly riding at this point in time? And that is where we are introducing the auto reply feature from the vehicle itself to tell everyone that you are riding and are not available to speak at this point in time. Last but not least, music. Why should driving be boring? And why should guys in 4-wheelers have all the fun? We are allowing music to be controlled from the dashboard itself so that the last piece, be it navigating, be it communicating, or be it enjoying a ride, there is no reason to reach out into your pocket at all. Going further, ride stats. With the 80+ sensors that are there on the vehicle, the ride stats part is something that's been designed to give you the right bits of information to allow you to either increase the efficiency of the vehicle, understand the way you're riding the vehicle, or simply just out of curiosity to know how you're doing. And all of this, in terms of software on the vehicle, is being powered by a state-of-the-art processor which is running a 7-inch touchscreen, state-of-the-art connectivity, and a 9-axis IMU, which is going to allow you to do a lot more in terms of features such as crash detection and others. But more on that we will be talking about later. Talking about the next piece of being connected is the mobile app. You are able to control key elements of the vehicle, you're able to find the vehicle, you're able to understand whether it's charging at a certain point in time or not. You really don't want to be stuck in a position where you've left your vehicle for charge, and when you go back, for some reason, charging's not happened. You want your vehicle, which is truly connected, to inform you that, yes, everything's going great, or I need attention. And that is where we have introduced vehicle controls onto a smartphone app to make sure you're always ready to drive out when you need to. Next is advanced ride stats. I would probably call them stats for geeks. This is going to tell you every turn-by-turn, second-by-second information on how you've performed over a ride. It's going to tell you torque values, it's going to tell you power values, it's going to give you your lean angles. This information is available, and we are making it available to you as a user individually for every ride that you've taken. It will be available for you to go back and look at. Talking about the last piece of not reaching into your pocket, we said, why not take this experience to the next level? And the only other thing we ever reach out to other than the phone while riding a bike is the key. This product is going to be completely passive keyless entry. You will walk up to the bike, press a button, and you're good to go. There is no need to take a key out of your pocket. It is truly a keyless experience. So I'd like to now show you a short video on all the communication features that are there on the vehicle and how that's going to really impact lives. So while we've spoken about the powertrain and the connectivity, the core riding pleasure is also built in how the mechanical systems come together. And that is where I'm going to talk about braking first. With front and rear disc brakes and ABS functionality, this bike will give you the braking power to stop and stop all the torque that's coming out of the motor. And that was very essential for us because we wanted something that is fast, nimble, but something that can also be kept under control at all times. This has been made on a dual cradle frame. The product's been made on a dual cradle frame where the intent to lower the CG because of the position of the battery pack has been made. This vehicle handles like I've never seen anything before. It is grounded. I mean, there's no way you're going to be struggling to manage either the weight or the handling overall of the torque on this vehicle. The dual cradle frame truly allows us to do that. We have a storage compartment where traditionally the fuel tank is built. This is essentially allowing you to put in gloves, wallets, mobile phones, because you don't need them anymore in your pocket. You could potentially charge them with the 5-amp USB available inside the glove compartment. But more than not, for us, the need for the glove compartment was to put in that simple end connection cable. Because the product has an onboard charger, all you need is a cable which connects two ends. And a cable which connects two ends to a 5-amp plug. This vehicle charges off a regular 5 amp socket. You can call it your bedside socket, but this is what the vehicle can charge off from. It does not need a lot of infrastructure. There is no need. This infrastructure is available everywhere. Let me kind of quickly show you the other features that are there on the vehicle over and above what I've spoken about. So, talking about a few elements on design, the headlamp, which is generally considered the face of a motorcycle, we've reimagined and redesigned it in a way that is so unique, it's unforgettable. And for us, this does not stop just with the headlamp. We've even relooked how the tail lamp comes to be. The smallest details in terms of aesthetics have been accounted for, including how you're also going to be able to see if your motor is spinning when you're driving. Coming to key highlights on the indicator, we have full body indicators at the front, which are allowing you to have maximum visibility in terms of illuminance. So here, I'm going to ask for an overall summary of the specs for the bike and some information to show for that. So these are the key specs of the motorcycle. So with the kind of powertrain that we have, the kind of torque that is being delivered, the control back to the consumer, the connected experiences and the design language that this vehicle embodies, we are truly presenting the future of riding today and the experiences that matter. I would like to do a last short video on summing this all together and showing you what it would mean for a consumer to come in and ride the vehicle.
May I please request Mohal, Arun, Prasad, and Sharon to please join us all on stage.
ठीक है,